All right, what's going on, you all? This is 365 Tonka Truck Fit. So, a lot of people ask me, how do I get so shredded, right? So, I'm gonna make this video as straightforward and as quick as possible. And if you have any questions, just leave comments below. So, anyway, how do I get so shredded? Well, first of all, at the very top, you want to be in what is called a calorie deficit. Now, being in a calorie deficit is when you're burning more calories than you consume, right? So being in a calorie deficit is when you're burning more calories than you consume, right? Right after that, right after, I'm lean, and I explain what being lean is when your body is leaned out, right? Um, the only way to get shredded, your body has to already be lean. Meaning there is no, from the eye point of view, from the human eye point of view, there's no visible fat that a human can like see on you. You already have to have muscle, abs, quads. Your back is good, your deltoids, your front deltoids, your side deltoids, everything just look good. It just you just you're just muscular. That's when you like lean. It's just like the average muscular person you will see walking down the street or at the gym that everybody is just looking at. It could be a man or a woman that everyone just looking at and saying like, wow, you look good, you look good. They look good. That's not enough for them. So being shredded is a vanity. You don't have to get shredded. Being shredded is when you're vascular, meaning every muscle that you have in your body that you built has veins coming out of. You see literally either little strands of veins or you see like really big ones that are like bulging out of like all the muscle groups. That's what shredded is. So how do I get shredded? Well, I lean out. I do a micro lean bulk in the winter. I go up to I start at like 184, 185, 186, and I lean. I'll do a micro lean bulk all the way up, building muscle, eating, 8,000, 10,000 calories a day, all the way up until I get like 220, right? In the springtime, I lean out. So I'm done leaning out probably, if I start in January, I'll be done leaning out in like March. If I start in like March, I'll be done leaning out in like June, the middle of June. After that, it doesn't take long to get shredded. It takes about, with commitment, like 1 month, really. If you want to take your time, month and a half, 2. That's it. Getting shredded should not take any longer than like 2 months because you're already lean. At that point, you kind of just, you're probably just playing with it. But anyway, I want to make sure you're in a calorie deficit. And again, being in a calorie deficit is when you're burning more calories than you consume, right? So first thing I do, I cut my carbs down low. Now, if I'm already lean, a day, I'm already eating about 50 grams of carbs a day, right? 50 grams of carbs a day. If I'm getting shredded, I go from 50 to 25. And then after 2 weeks, I go from 25 to 15 carbs. That last month or those last 2 weeks, I go from 15 carbs to 0 carbs. Literally, 0 carbs. Everything else is coming from proteins and fats. When you lower your carbs, you get emotional. Carbs is that feel good part of like your nutrition plan. It's when you're calm, you're happy. That's why when people are depressed or they had a long day, they want something that's satisfying, something that's like heavy sometimes. A lot of the time it's not sweets. They want something that's like heavy. So they'll go for like pizza, so many carbs in pizza, or they'll go for like lasagna, or they'll go for some shrimp fried rice, some Chinese fried rice, any rice or anything that got big carbs in it, like heavy carbs. So if your carbs are down low, you're going to be feeling you're going to be feeling bad. Carbs also give you energy. So all your energy is not going to come from your body. It's going to come from here. It's going to come from here. It's going to come from your mind. So after being in a calorie deficit, the first thing I want to do is lower my carbs, right? Second thing I want to do, I want to make sure I'm lifting heavy. Now, when I'm like getting shredded, my standard is lifting at 50% of what I was lifting when I'm on my micro lean bulk, when I'm eating as much food as possible and I'm building muscle, right? And I get more into the details of this because there's so much stuff that goes into like everything that I just told you all, right? So I want to make sure I'm lifting 50% of what I was when I was on my micro lean bulk. If I'm going to take it up a notch, and I got a photo shoot coming up, I lift 75%. I'll be doing a bodybuilding show soon, like my first bodybuilding show soon. Excuse me. I'll be doing my first bodybuilding show soon. So if I got a show coming up or a photo shoot coming up, I'm lifting heavy, not 75%. I'm going up to 85% to 100, because time is slowing down, running out of time, and it's almost time to shine. You know what I mean? It's almost time to shine. So, second, like I said, I'm lifting heavy. I start at 50% lifting heavy, like I was in my micro lean bulk, and then I boost it up to 75. Then I go to 85, and then, like I said, if I got a photo shoot coming up that's very important to me, or I got a bodybuilding show, I go up to 100%. I try to get at least 100%. Again, with low carbs, and I'm telling you all, you're not gonna feel good at all. You're gonna be just throwing tantrums. You're gonna be really aggravated, really, And the third thing, I drink 100% green tea, just the water in a tea bag. That's it, right? What does drinking 100% green tea do? It's an appetite suppressant. So if I finish eating all of my calories at 10 o'clock p.m. during any day, and I feel like I'm a little bit hungry, I drink cups and cups of 100% green tea. It works as an appetite suppressant. It sends a message to my brain, says, hey, I'm satisfied. You don't have to eat anymore for today. We're good. The only thing about 100% green tea, when you're drinking it, it dries you out. Meaning like your mouth dries out. So when I'm drinking 100% green tea to get like shredded, and it's like the summer, I'm chugging like a gallon and 32 ounces of water. Literally 1 gallon and 32 ounces of water. So I'm peeing constantly, right? That's it. Just to recap, how do I get shredded? You want to be in a calorie deficit. That's the general picture. First, lower your carbs. Second, lift heavy, 50% and higher, right? And third, 100% green tea, just hot water. And I didn't get a chance to mention that. Hot water and a tea bag. That's it. If it's summer, I'll do hot water, 100% tea, put the tea bag in the water, and I chill it and then drink it as like iced tea. 100% green tea. That's what I do, right? And pretty much that's it. But I do want to warn you all, there's consequences and repercussions being shredded. You're moody, very moody. You really have to create your own moves even more. You're moody, you're tired, nothing seems like it's going your way. So you want to be very careful. And I'm a young man too. I'm only 24 years old. So I'm working on my career right now. I'm working on myself. I'm working on my well-being. I'm working everything, mentally, physically, financially, spiritually, emotionally, right? In the far future, I want a really big family. And being shredded, you're messing with your hormones. You don't want to mess with your hormones, and later on in your life, you want a family just to find out that just because you wanted to look all super good as a vanity when you were younger in your 20s, that you messed up being able to reproduce later on in your life, right? And for women as well, majority of women who get shredded, I don't know the percentages off the top of my head for like how low women can get in body fat percentage to get shredded, but it's not that low. They cannot go that low because women have reproductive organs. Now, when you see women that are like shredded down to the T, more than likely, those women are women who either already have children or they do not want children at all. So it's just like they're living life, you know, as Lil Duval say, they living their best life. You know, they living their best life. They just want to walk around, look shredded down to the bone. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the pros of it is, I'm going to tell you, when I'm shredded, I turn heads. People stop in their cars to ask me questions. I look like a Greek god in the gym. I can be doing a move wrong. I could be lifting weight wrong and it still looks good, right? And the cool thing about when you're shredded, all your clothes that did not normally fit right, or stuff that you just want to throw away, stuff that looks tacky, when you put that stuff on, you look amazing in it. It's not about the look so much, it's about the feel. It's something about when you're shredded and you got veins coming out in every muscle group. When you put on like shirts that are like white tees that are like pulled out or like dingy, or pants that just don't fit right, when you're shredded, you just still looks good. I don't know, it's something about it. I'll post some photos of myself in these predicaments so you all can get a sense of it, and you just get mad compliments, man. I mean, I was in a gym and a woman came up to me and was like, "Where's the fat?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And she's like, "You have no fat on your body." And I just laughed. I was at the beach. I'll do a lot of my meditation at the beach. I'll be at the beach, and it was like two women came up to me. One woman kind of power walked by me fast and was just like, "Hey, nice legs." I work my legs. I have like naturally thick legs, so of course I'm gonna work them a little bit more, get some more muscle in them, muscle separation in them. And I have like, when I'm shredded, you see the veins in my legs. You know what I mean? You just, you know, you just look good. You're always photo shoot ready. Like literally, you can wake up in the morning or you could already have eaten a pizza. If you're shredded, you're literally ready to go. You'll be ready to go for any photo shoot in like 20 minutes. You just look ready. You know what I mean? Of course, you can't do that as a body. You know, when you got a bodybuilding show coming up. But that's pretty much it. Being shredded is just a vanity. It's just a vanity. I'm telling you all, it's just a vanity. There's pros and cons to it. So before you think about getting shredded, look at the pros and cons to it. Being shredded, you on savage mode. You know, I gave you all 3 simple tips that I just get more detailed in it, you know, in my regimen when I'm doing those. But people that get shredded, man, you know, I get like Ziploc, I get like ice in a Ziploc bag that's frozen in a freezer shredded. But you got people get like dried out milk shredded, just crumbs. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know, but shredded is for everyone, but it's not for everyone. Because when you're getting shredded, it's not coming from your body, it's coming from here. You're literally not eating. You're saying forget food. And when I'm shredded, when it's summer, I literally do not think about food, none whatsoever. What I'm doing is I'm getting things done. I'm working on websites. I'm working on my career. I'm reading more books. I'm reading about finance even more. I'm concentrating on like literally getting things done. And that's a benefit of being shredded. But again, in a separate video, I'll do like the benefits of like being shredded in a more like a detailed notion. So pretty much that's it. I just wanted to get straight to the point. Hopefully this video was not long. Well, too long anyways. So peace. God bless.